Committee, Senator Arlen Specter. He's going to be talking about the nominee for Attorney General, Eric Holder. Thank you so much for being with us, Senator. Are you concerned by Eric Holder's activities in the private sector and also with the Clinton administration as he tries to become the next Attorney General?
I am, with a view to asking questions to find out answers to some very important issues. The Constitution gives the Senate the responsibility to confirm, and there are some items in Mr. Holder's background which I think require examination. I'm very much concerned that the Attorney General of the United States be independent of the President and uphold the rule of law. That hasn't been done, regrettably, in the past. Now, Mr. Holder was involved in the Mark Rich pardon, which gives at least the appearance, until answers are provided, that he was doing the President's bidding without regard to what should have been done. There's a serious question about independent counsel on the matter involving Vice President Gore on the allegations of illegal campaign contributions from the White House. There's the issue of the FALN terrorists, and all of those raise serious questions as to Mr. Holder's independence, and I intend to probe those very thoroughly.
Senator Specter, over the past 8 years, there have been concerns that George Bush's attorney generals have not always been independent. Alberto Gonzales was seen as a yes man by critics on the Hill and in the media. Are you concerned that Eric Holder may also be a yes man for this president, that he won't put independence above his own job?
I am concerned, and I think there is a realistic question. I think when Mr. Holder made a recommendation of neutral but leaning for the pardon of Mark Rich, when you have somebody who's a fugitive, you send him a warrant of extradition. That's what I did when I was Philadelphia's DA. When you have substantial evidence which required further inquiry by independent counsel as to what Vice President Gore did, it has the appearance that Mr. Holder or the Department of Justice, and we have to determine exactly what role he played as Deputy Attorney General, was doing a favor for a superior, the Vice President. And where you have a group like FALN, which was involved in murders and bank robberies, why clemency? And the pardon attorney said no, and Mr. Holder said back he wanted a new opinion. Well, those are serious questions on independence.
Pat Buchanan?
Senator, I want to follow up on the FALN because I don't think it's gotten as much attention as Mark Rich. These were Puerto Rican terrorists belonging to similar groups like the ones that I guess that shot up the house and attempted to kill President Truman. They weren't the same individuals. What is your understanding as to the motivation for giving these people clemency and basically letting them off, given the fact that they were engaged in what we consider acts of terrorism against the United States? People suggested a political motivation.
Pat, I don't see any justifiable motivation. In a very unusual move, the Senate took up the issue and on a vote of 95-2 condemned and criticized that grant of clemency. That's a pretty strong senatorial position.
All right, Senator Arlen Specter, thank you so much for dropping by today.
Nice being with you, Joe. Thank you.
We really appreciate it. We'll see you on the Hill.
Look forward to it.
John Meacham, so it begins.
Here we go.
In the end, though,